You're watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. After a few weeks away, Ghostfire Media is back covering the AOLL Sportsman series. I'm Carl Henderson. I'm excited to bring you the race tonight. As we're leading up to the chase, lots of storylines we got to follow here. Tonight, the AOLL Sportsman series at USA International. Short track racing here. It's just a little over a half-mile long. And if you watched our broadcast for the Fuel Premier Series on Monday night, they also ran here, and you saw a lot of action. You also saw a lot of cautions. So things to watch tonight. We've got to look out, the fact this is short track racing. You're going to have a lot of beating, a lot of banging. You're going to have some temper slayer, possibly. So we're going to have to see whether or not we're going to have a clean race. If we have, long green flag runs, or even if we don't, track position is going to matter a lot. It is a pretty difficult track to pass at, so track position here is going to matter. And finally, the chase standings. We've got to talk about that because, this is the format was just announced on our podcast last week with the Sportsman Series top 18 on points, but also anyone who's outside the top 18 that's gotten a win and has made or has been participating in the series in half the races, they'll get in as well. So you're going to see a lot of guys there that are currently outside that might be trying to go for a win tonight. So we'll be getting here ready for qualifying here in just a second, and just waiting for them to line up here, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you a really good race here tonight. And it looks like everybody's getting ready to start their qualifying runs. And we'll see here who'll be going out on track first. And here we have William Klingbeil. Actually, it's going to switch over to Justin Anderson. Focus on driver here. Justin was fast in practice. We'll see if he can potentially get a pole here. We know that he's a great driver. Certainly has potential to get a pole here. But other guys to watch. We got to keep an eye out for Sean Carmody, Michael Stroll. William Klingbeil was faster in practice, and I see now that Blake Gordon is connected. I didn't see him on, so I'm not sure if he's been racing or not tonight. But Joe Dinsmore, we can't count him out. Adam Woods, very good. Blake Seedy, Brandon Bernhardt. I mean, honestly, this is a field that you've got a lot of guys who can win. As we currently have Michael Stroll sitting at the top of the board, and guys are finishing their laps here. Got Ed Springer here. He's third on the board currently. Pretty good short track racer here. So we'll see what he can do tonight. And a relative newcomer to the league. I had to ask for how to pronounce his name before the broadcast, but it is Teddy Weichel. Just at the fourth fastest time, just behind Sean Carmody. Let's see here who we got on track. How about Joe Dinsmore? Let's take a look at Joe. We can see here Joe is on his second lap right now, and going to see if he can get a Currently sitting 5th. See if he can get a faster time here with this lap. And he does not. He is going to currently be starting 5th if he doesn't get knocked off. Randy Pepper finishing his 2nd lap here. Currently 15th, and has fallen, or actually no, he's moved up to 7th. So Randy Pepper currently sitting at 7th. Very good qualifying run for him. And we got Blake Zeedy here, another guy who I raced with him in the TNT series. Consistently fast driver. One of those Endeavor guys who just always seem to be fast. Currently 6th on the board on his 1st lap, and let's see if he can improve on it here on his 2nd lap. Also should point out Brandon Bernhardt's now moved up to 3rd. So as guys are finishing out their laps here, we're getting a good idea of what will be starting. And Blake Zeedy does not improve on his 2nd lap, so he's currently sitting 6th. And how about let's take a look at old Tim St. Jean here. Currently starting his 1st lap here. I believe he is the only person running a timed lap on the track right now, so we're going to focus on Tim for a little bit. See if he can put together a good lap here. Get himself a good starting position, because as I mentioned earlier, track position is going to matter quite a bit here. And that 1st lap puts him in 18th. Let's see if he can do anything here with his 2nd lap. He's coming around our turns 3 and 4 here. A little bit higher than he probably wants to be there. Wasn't too bad, but let's see. Still sitting 18th, I believe. Sorry about that, folks. Couldn't get the mute button there quickly enough. So I believe that's going to be everyone who's going to qualify there. And we should just have just a little bit longer in qualifying. So I was talking earlier about guys who are really close on the bubble here. You know, some guys that you might see try to go for a win, that have already hit half the races and might try to take some chances, see what they can do. You know, going through some guys here. Let's see here. You know, Nick Adams is going to move up. You know, because he has the 1 win. Greg Wellen, as long as he makes enough races, which I believe he should, with provisionals counting, should make it in. But then there are some guys like Chris Piscini, I believe, will be on the outside looking in, even though he has you know, 2 wins. So we're getting ready to get started here. Guys are starting to grid up here. So let's go ahead and run through our starting lineup. In first on the pole, we have Michael Stroll, followed in 2nd by William Klingbeil. 3rd is Brandon Bernhardt, and then 4th is Justin Anderson. I keep doing that. 5th is Sean Carmody, and 6th is Blake Zeedy. 7th, Joe Dinsmore. 8th, Randy Pepper. 9th is Kevin Moeller, and 10th, Kevin Weichel. 11th, Don Warnke, and 12th, Ed Springer. 13th is Adam Wood. 14th, Brian McFerrin. 15th is Nick Adams, and in 16th, Andrew Burgess. 17th, Kevin Haas, and in 18th, Tim St. Jean. In 19th, we have Steve Dominy, and in 20th, we have Josh Laston. Then we have some guys here who didn't set a time. 21st will be Blake Gordon if he does enter the race. I didn't see him set a practice lap. 22nd is Tony Pandon. 23rd is David Naughton, and followed by 24th, Mike Burgess. 25th, Ross Gage, and in 26th, John Gordon. 27th, Justin Edwards, and rounding out the field in 28th, Anthony Scarillo. So I am certainly ready to get going here. I think we are going to have hopefully a really good race. I think all of the pieces are there for us to have a really good race. At least, you know, you've got a truck here that, you know, doesn't have a ton of horsepower. And honestly, I mean, USA is a very fun track to drive. It's one of my favorite tracks to run in. The biggest thing these guys are going to have to look out for, you know, is the fact that, you know, it very much is a single groove track in most cases. So you have to watch out for, you know, restarts getting stuck on the outside. You definitely don't want that to happen. So, you know, we'll have to see how guys are going to be able to maneuver down to the bottom. And we're already getting a notification that Nick Adams crashed. I don't believe that's true. I'm going to take a look anyways, though, because I enjoy doing it. Oh! Well, I'm sorry, Nick. I didn't actually think you did it. Oh, we got a whole lot of people saying it's crashed. Let me get back live here and see if that is actually a thing. Trying to find who that said that happened to. Well, I am... Those guys back there are spread out quite a bit. Looks like there's some guys that are pretty tightly packed there. Yeah, we'll have to see how this goes. We're already having wrecks under the pace laps. We might be in for a long night, folks. We got 100 laps here. The fuel race, as I mentioned, it was 150 laps. It ended up being, I think, roughly 2 hours. So hopefully we don't end up with another 2-hour race tonight. If we do, I'll be here with you as the pace car peels off. We'll have Michael Stroll bringing him the green with Wingfields was outside. And off he goes, green flag. Michael Stroll gets a fantastic jump there. Brendan Bernhardt's following him on the inside. And it looks like this is what I was saying earlier about, you know, you get stuck to the outside, suddenly you've got everyone going around you. As we see William Queenville, you know, just kind of, you know, was getting freight trained, but he was able to hold off on that corner exit. Might be able to dip down after corner exit here. No, Justin Anderson got a good jump there. So would expect Justin to be able to make the pass. You know, but once again, you know, William doesn't want to give up because look who's behind. He's got Sean Carmody, Blake Seedy right there, ready to pounce as well. But right now, it looks like it is all Michael Stroll. Had a great jump, pulling away. He was strong here in the fuel race as well. You know, expect to see him run very well tonight. And he did just set the fastest lap of the race. And, oh, Ed Springer has crashed and caution is out. Caution's out. Let's see if we can find out what happened here. So we're following the 16 car of Ed Springer. Oh, he just got loose on corner exit, and that looked like Adam Wood perhaps helped finish him off. So that's unfortunate for Ed there. It's really easy at this track to get loose on corner exit. I again feel like I'm on replay right now. You know, with us doing the fuel race here Monday night. You know, I was saying that on corner exit you hit that little bump on the banking transition, and it can send you around on corner exit as the back end of the vehicle gets a little light on you. So caution is out, our first caution. I'm going to hope that it'll be the last, but I have a feeling it probably won't be. So let's talk about, you know, some guys that have moved through the field. You know, Ross Gage, John Gordon, both up 4 positions, but our big mover right now, no surprise, Blake Gordon. Did not set a qualifying time, but he is up 5 positions, and I would imagine he is looking to take more. Should point out he is running a new number now. He was running the 48. He's now in the 13. I think it's the number he always wanted. And it's the number he runs in the Fuel Series as well. So he has a brand synergy. So lights on the pace car are still on. Hopefully, maybe this next time by we'll get going again. Good thing about a short track is thankfully the cautions aren't too long because it doesn't take as long to get around the track. So, but I am certainly ready to get going here. Again, I think we have the potential to have some really good racing. You know, other than those big movers and shakers I mentioned earlier, the guys that moved up, you know, really the guys outside the top 11 have moved around a lot. But the top 11 so far has been about stationary. William Cleanville lost 2 spots, getting stuck there on the outside. Brandon Bernhardt, Justin Anderson, there to take advantage, moved up each 1 spot. But otherwise, the top 11 has not seen any position changes. The lights on the pace car are still on. So we will go around one more time here. Well, I should say 2 more times, I think. But, you know, when I was talking earlier about you guys potentially taking some risks or you know, trying to get themselves into the chase, or even try to get an extra win so that they can try to compete with people like Blake Ford and Justin Anderson on those bonus points. You know, I'm not thinking guys are going to go out there and drive stupid or anything like that. What I'm expecting are guys doing creative pit strategies and things like that to try to move themselves up, get some pit strategy, get some positions on the pits, because this is not a track you're going to be you know, making up a lot of positions on the track, more than likely. So we will be going green this time by. Space car peels off, and as usual, the leader will get to control the restart. So once the pace car peels off, they can go at any point they want. So let's actually switch over here to our blimp view. Really like this for the restarts. And we'll see when Michael goes here. He's waiting, he's waiting. Oh, he waited a long time, and you saw there Justin Anderson went a little early. I'm not sure if when the green flag exactly came out, but Stroll there got a huge jump because of that. And further back in the field, man, we got all sorts of guys side by side. I feel like they went single file pretty quickly last time, but this time they're racing a little bit more. We see William Cleanville here trying to hold off Brandon Bernhardt, and that is for 5th place. But Sean Carmody up here, just behind Justin Anderson, followed by Blake Ziti. William Cleanville goes around. He is off track though, so a caution is not coming. Oh, and now we've got Sean Carmody with some issues. Oh man. Everybody having some issues right now. As you see Sean rejoin here. 77 giving him plenty of room to get in there. And we're still green, thankfully. That's, I'm sure there's some guys that got a little worried there. But back up to our leader, Michael Stroll, and Justin Anderson right behind. Justin's made up some ground. Justin Anderson looks very fast right now. But, you know, right behind them, I guess a little ways back, you got Blake Ziti, and not too far behind him is Brandon Bernhardt. So we got some guys there that can certainly race and get up there. So, you know, if they can be patient and not burn through their equipment, let these guys battle it out, they might have a shot at this. And I know that Blake Ziti is one of these guys who is eager for a win. He hasn't had a win in any of the 3 series, but he is long overdue. So I think we're going to see Blake Ziti in the victory lane very soon. So let's look here, try to find some battles. How about Joe Dinsmore, Randy Pepper here? These 2 guys are going at it. Actually, looks like Joe just lost it there. I'm not sure if Randy was making... Oh, caution's out. I missed that. What happened? Looks like potentially Don Warnke went off track. Let's see if we can find out. Oh yeah, he went off track. Let's rewind that just a little bit. Oh, looks like let's rewind that one more time and take a look just from our blimp view. Because I know it was with Nick Adams, but I'm curious if one of them came down. Let's see. Oh, we actually had some issues back there. We'll go back to that in just a second. Yeah, I think that was more Don came down. You know, Nick didn't really change his line there. But let's see if we can find out what happened right before that. Sorry for rewinding here, but our event log doesn't have anything about that other issue. What car was that? Oh, he held it though. That was Ross Gage. No issues there. Well done, Ross. So we're going back live here, and we've had nobody jump on the pit road. While we've got a break here, let's hear from the AOLL.
The AOLL Racing League began racing in the early 90s with Papyrus's NASCAR Racing and has grown over the decades, now racing on the iRacing platform. The AOLL has 3 divisions: the TNT Series Developmental Division for our beginners and those getting back into racing, the Cup Series for our veterans and Class A licensed drivers, the Sportsman Division racing the Gander outdoor trucks with drivers from the TNT and Cup Series. You can catch all of the AOLL action here on Ghostfire Media.
All right, we are back, still under caution, and you know, as I said, hopefully we'll get to do some green flag racing here, because what we saw on track when it was green was exciting. So a couple guys have pitted already. Guys involved in incidents. We had Wingfield pit just a couple laps ago, and Don Warnke pit due to his incident. So they'll have fresher tires here. You know, we'll see if they can do anything with them. I think that lap times haven't fallen off drastically yet, but who knows? We'll see what they can make of it. So, once again, you know, we've still got you know, a little bit of a shakeup in our top 11 on like the last caution period. Like some pace car off, but Michael Stroll in first, Justin Anderson second, Blake Zede third, Brandon Bernhardt fourth. And actually, I got me wrong. I'm actually moving around. Joe Dinsmore sixth, Kevin Muller seventh, Weichel and ninth is Blake Gordon, 10th Sean Carmody. So Blake Gordon up 12 spots. We'll cut back to our blimp view here again, and you know, Justin Anderson on the outside here is a different position for him. We're going to see if he can do anything here with it. Michael Stroll waiting very long again, and he is off. And we see that 50 car Blake Zede. Looked like he spun his tires a little bit, but he's collected, and Stroll's peeling off. And let's take a look at this battle back here. There are a lot of guys side by side. Yeah, we've got looks like Blake Zede, Brandon Bernhardt battling for position, Randy Pepper, Joe Dinsmore, 72 of Kevin Muller's right there, and Blake Gordon is trying quickly to get up through the field. But our leader, once again, Michael Stroll, has peeled off to a currently a 1 second lead. He's looking pretty fast right now. You know, have to wonder, you know, I know this isn't like an intermediate track where you burn off your equipment. It's like, you know, it's really a tire conservation thing, but I mean, it does matter. We are going to see lap times fall off. So, you know, if we have a long green flag run, you know, we're about a quarter of the way through the race. You know, is he, you know, going to have the equipment later in the race to be able to fight off these guys behind him? Right now, it's looking like the answer is yes. So, oh, we got saying someone crashed. Currently no caution, so we'll stay up here. Let's see, let's find a close battle here. How about, oh yeah, how about this? Joe Dinsmore, Randy Pepper, Blake Gordon. And then right behind them, Kevin Muller and that is Sean Carmody right there battling really hard. Oh, a little bit of contact. That's 77 there that just, yeah, looks like he just Ooh, oh! 77 just came up into Nick Adams, I believe. I have to take another look at that. Looks like he was trying to get back on track, and yeah, that's so 77 bounces off of. Yeah, I think Nick just didn't know he was there. You know, a little bit of net code there as well. That didn't look like actual contact, but yeah. So caution is out. And I can tell you, being his teammate, Nick Adams is not a happy camper right now. And we do have some people on pit road. Justin Anderson. Oh, Justin might be one of the only takers. That's not great. Justin Anderson probably expected more people were going to pit with him. I have to think, because now this is going to shuffle him really far back. So that is a tough break for Justin Anderson, but we've seen him do this time and time again, where he'll take a pit strategy a little bit off from other people, and then work his way back through the field almost like magic. Currently not looking great for Justin Anderson, but we'll see what he can do. So this means now Blake Ziti going to be starting outside with Brandon Bernhardt in third and Joe Dinsmore in fourth, followed by Randy Pepper in fifth. Blake Gordon's in sixth, Sean Carmody's in seventh, Kevin Moeller in eighth. Ninth is Teddy Weichel, and 10th, Andrew Burgess. So hoping we can get some green flag laps here, because tire strategies and whatnot are way more fun when you're on the green flag. When you're doing a lot of caution laps, strategy isn't nearly as fun, to be honest. Guys aren't having to save their tires or anything like that. And guys who get tires like Justin Anderson aren't getting an opportunity to use them when we're in the caution. I was actually going to try to take a look at our lap times over time, but we didn't even have, looks like, a long enough run really to get a good idea. That's not great. Let's see if I can poke somebody's lap times here. Let's take a look at Blake Gordon's. Yeah, talk about tire wear. Over the green flag laps that we had, Blake's tires, he didn't really lose any speed. He was doing consistent low 22s, high 21s. Of course, he was having to get through traffic. So let's take a look. Take a look at our leader, Michael Stroll. Yeah, I mean, Stroll was running almost even lap times for the green flag laps. So, if there's tire fall off, it is not very much at this point. We'll see what happens if we can get a longer run. Honestly, these guys haven't run a whole lot of laps under green yet, so I imagine there wouldn't be much fall off. But the lights on the pace car are off, so we'll be going green this next time by. Hopefully we can put together a good race for you guys. And the pace car is off. And Michael Stroll has been going late consistently. Let's see what he does this time. Still looking very late as he goes. Oh! Bumping through the field. Randy Pepper spun his tires a little bit, but is able to collect it. But once again, Michael Stroll gets a good jump, but not the kind of jump he has had. Let's see Blake Gordon here peeking under Joe Dinsmore. Blake Ziti and his teammate Brandon Bernhardt battling it out for second. Blake Gordon still on that inside, but Joe is not letting him have it easy. He is battling back on that outside. Oh, we've got people crashing. Caution is out. Oh. Let's see what happened here. So Randy Pepper, the 12 car here. Oh, he just hit the apron. Well, he looks fine there. Oh, and then he just rides up. Oh! I hope all of our fans are okay after that. That was one of the worst accidents I've ever seen. That's not good. I hope Randy's okay. He seems to be. He's teleported back to his pit stall. Not sure how he learned to do that. But Randy Pepper here, in a bad accident, having to get the tow there. So that's going to put him at least a couple of laps down. And I hate seeing that because I know that he really loves this track. And he'll tell you about how much he loves it too. So tough break there for Randy Pepper, and honestly, tough break for us too. But we got a lot of guys pitting here. Let's take a look, see what we got going on here, and see who can win the battle off pit road. Blake Gordon gained some positions there, but we did have some guys stay out. Actually, Blake may not have gained any positions. It looked like he might have, but looks like everyone that was in front of him is either in front of him here or they stayed out. So. Michael Stroll, Brendan Bernhardt, Blake Zede, Kevin Moeller, Andrew Burgess, Tim St. Jean, John Gordon, all stayed out. William Cleanbill also stayed out, Ed Springer. So a lot of guys stayed out, but not nearly as many as last time, which is why I think you see Justin Anderson pit again. Actually, Justin did pit. So I wonder if maybe he did a splash and go there because he moved. Yeah, I mean his pit time was only 4 seconds, so I'm thinking he may have just taken fuel there. Might be trying to make it to the end. I'm not sure how far these trucks can go on a tank. I didn't think to check that beforehand. So we'll see. We'll see what he can do with this. If he came in for fuel, I'm guessing that he thinks he can make it to the end, which might be a strategy advantage over some of these guys that stayed out. So as mentioned, Michael Stroll, Brandon Bernhardt on the front row here. But I want to talk about John Gordon, up 18 spots due to staying out there. But also having a quiet race tonight. I know that's something John Gordon has desperately wanted, to have a night that is not eventful on the track. So he's getting it so far. Hopefully I didn't give him the broadcaster's curse there. So we are at what lap now? It's on caution. Here's a way to show that. Hang on just a second, folks. Yeah, laps on caution. There we go. Okay. So we are on lap 36. We haven't reached the halfway point yet. Lights on the pace car are off. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this is going to be the run that we have where we have a good long green flag run, because not that I don't enjoy spending time calling these races, but I really want to see a good run and get some good side-by-side racing. It's less fun or caution. So pace car has peeled off, and we have Michael Stroll going a little bit earlier that time. Stroll definitely went earlier that time and seems to have caught the people around him off guard. That's Brandon Bernhardt and Blake Zede. Looking like they were caught by surprise, but worked out great for them because they were able to get lined up there. But man, Michael Stroll just pulled away there. Oh man, let's take a look further back here. You get these guys that are on fresh tires, and they want to take advantage of them. Like they're getting kind of. Oh, Nick! Nick Adams gets into Ed Springer there a little bit. We are 3 wide. Oh, that's not going to work. Oh, Blake Gordon goes around. Caution is out. I believe that was perhaps Justin Anderson that hit him there. Let's see if we can find out. Look at what happened here. So they were going 3 wide. And then Sean Carmody's there. Oh, no, sorry, that wasn't Blake Gordon. That was Sean Carmody. So Justin Anderson gets into. Let's take one more look. I want to take a look from Justin's in-car. Well, didn't want to work. It is not wanting to let me switch to, let's try this. And we will find Justin Anderson here, and we will take a look from his roll bar. Yeah, I think he wasn't expecting Sean Carmody to check up like that. Sean was just having to do what he could to stay out of an incident. Tough break for Sean. He's had a lot of bad luck tonight. He did, I think it was self-spin earlier, or at least went down on the apron, lost it a little bit, but lost some positions there, and now this. He's gonna have a tough night, getting back into this, I would think. But if anyone can do it, I'm sure Sean Carmody can do it. Very good driver. But the storyline for tonight has to be Michael Stroll. I mean, this guy has just put on a clinic so far. I mean, to be fair, there hasn't been a lot of time for guys to race with him. We've been under so many cautions, but every restart's been masterful, and then is able to just stay ahead of the field. So we'll see if that's going to continue, or if the guys around him can figure that out. But what I'm excited to continue watching is to see if these guys back here with fresh tires are going to continue having issues getting around these guys with the older tires. Because that was certainly an eventful restart. We saw Joe Dinsmore able to get around a lot of them. Justin Anderson as well. Blake Gordon a little bit further back, but where is Blake? All right, well, now I'm all confused. Did Blake pit? Blake did pit there. I didn't even see that. So I'm not sure if he got damaged or he may have just come in for a splash and go. Just trying to get an insurance policy there on fuel. So we'll have to see what happens there. So, lights on the pace car are off. We'll be going green this next time by. Again, Michael Stroll is one of those guys, as mentioned earlier. He will not be eligible for the chase here. Does have one win on the season, but every win he's getting, he's essentially taking it away from someone else. Not that he shouldn't be, but this is someone else that won't be getting points there. And could shake up the chase even more. And Michael Stroll is off, but I have to say Blake Ziti had a better restart that time. But it seems like even though Ziti got the jump, he just lost a little bit, maybe in shifting. Just want to go back and look at these guys again, because this is what's fun to watch right now. These guys have fresh tires, side-by-side racing. Seeing Justin Anderson and Joe Dinsmore making it around, Kevin Haas and Nick Adams there in the 30 and 3. And right behind them, we got the 40 car of Sean Carmody. He's had a lot of issues tonight. He's still right there. Is certainly not giving up on things. We're under caution again. I don't even know what that one was for. I didn't see. Oh, there it is. So Andrew Burgess on the inside of Brandon Bernhardt. Teamed in on the apron a little bit. He seemed fine there. Oh, just got around. That corner exit is treacherous. And now we have a lot of our leaders coming in and pitting. Michael Stroll is coming in. Blake Ziti, John Gordon. However, Timothy St. Jean. I feel like I'm saying this every race. This is the guy who runs the different strategies. He tries things. He's going to see what works. It usually doesn't work for him. But it's going to one of these days. And I think in this truck or this Cup, the AOLL Cup Series, Timothy St. Jean's going to steal a win eventually. You know, he's always a fast guy. He's a clean driver, but he doesn't usually have the speed of the front runners. But I'm telling you, I think one of these days with these strategies that he's kind of playing off the wall, like, it's going to work one of these days, and he is going to steal a win. And I'm waiting for it to happen, and I'll be thrilled when it does, because I feel like I'm talking about him every week doing a different strategy. I have to think, though, these guys, Timothy St. Jean, William Queenbill, they sort of have to be sitting ducks here. Joe Dinsmore right behind them on fresh tires. Let's see here. Justin Anderson just behind him, also on fresh tires, and Sean Carmody right there with Brian McFerrin. So you got guys there who have these fresher tires, should have more speed, and you know, Tim St. Jean has not pitted this race. He's not pitted. He is currently out there on 48 laps, half the race, has not pitted. William Queenbill did pit at lap 15, significantly later than our other guys. I just got a notification that Sean Carmody crashed. He looks all right. Might have just been warming his tires up or something. The game thought it was a crash. So let's see, where did this cycle out? Michael Stroll and Blake Zedek. Yeah, so they're going to be further back because they came later. They, you know, didn't have the benefit of a lot of guys pitting with them, so they're pretty far back. Michael Stroll running in 19th, Blake Zedek in 20th, John Gordon 21st. You know, these guys that were, you know, I think Andrew Burgess was also up there as well. These are guys that were up front, and now we're at the back. So we'll have to see. You know, we've seen Michael Stroll all night dictating the starts and being able to pull out in clean air. I mean, he's not had to pass anybody all night. We haven't even had time for lap traffic. So we're going to have to see, can he get around people back here? Or is he going to, you know, get caught up in someone else's issue? Or, you know, potentially even just not, you know, might just have difficulty getting around some of these guys because it is a difficult track to pass at. So we'll have to see. I don't know how that's going to play out for him. But if he can get up to the front, along with, you know, Blake Zedek, John Gordon, they've got fresher tires, and we're green again. And Tim St. Jean gets a decent jump, able to secure his bottom line, but look who's right behind him. Joe Dinsmore. Justin Anderson right there. Joe Dinsmore battling against William Queenbill right now. And once he takes that spot, I think he's going to be trying to stick a nose under Tim St. Jean and try to take that position. You know, if he gets a run on him, he can't go to the outside right now because William Queenbill's there. So we'll have to see, you know, if he's able to get around Queenbill, first of all, because he is struggling with that right now. Queenbill battling back hard. This is actually one of the best battles I've seen from someone on the outside and someone with old tires. You know, it could be a situation where Joe Dinsmore came out there with cold tires, car isn't, you know, quite what he wants it to be yet. But right now, William Queenbill battling back really well. Shoot over to our blimp view, and I did see that Sean Carmody. Yeah, Sean got a little loose there, but he's able to hang on to it. We're still side by side here. This is some great racing. I think Joe might just be letting him have it at this point. Joe just backed up his entry, maybe. So Joe Dinsmore backs up his entry and gets a great runoff, and is able to get around Queenbill. But William Queenbill battling back, but I think it's too little, too late at this point. Justin Anderson gets in there on him, so now Joe Dinsmore is able to set his sight on the lead with Tim St. Jean right there, and gains a ton of ground right there. We'll see here if he's able to get around him. I think at this point, you know, Joe obviously wants to get around as quickly as possible, but at the same time, he doesn't want to burn his stuff up, knowing that there are guys back there who pitted later and they're going to have fresher equipment. Michael Stroll already up to 16th. Let's take a look here at the lap times. Michael Stroll's last lap was 21.82. And Joe Dinsmore's 21.83. Our leader is 21.74. But they have fresh air, or clean air, I should say. So, they're going to be a little bit faster. That's expected. And then Michael Stroll just did a 22.06. So he's coming. Let's take a look. Where's Blake Gordon at? Oh, Blake Gordon already up to 7th. So Blake cutting through the field here very quickly. I'm pretty sure he restarted fairly far back there, but making quick work of it right now. So honestly, I am very impressed with this strategy. It's inevitable at this point that Joe Dinsmore is going to get around. As we see, he can get his nose in there. But the fact that Tim St. Jean was able to battle back for that long was frankly unexpected. I didn't expect someone with older tires like that to be able to battle and hang on to his position against someone with fresh tires. But he was able to do it for quite a while. This could end up working out really well for Tim. I do think he has to pit, though. Oh, caution's out, caution's out. We had a little bit of a green flag run there. Let's see what happened here. It says Nick Adams involved. So Nick here following Kevin Haas. He just lost it. That is a self-spin. Well, that's embarrassing, Nick. I hate that for you. So, lap 61 of 100. Let's hear from one of our sponsors, Guitar Addict.
For 20 years, the Guitar Addict has been your home for used and vintage guitars in the Daytona Beach area and at GuitarAddict.com. The Guitar Addict is your home for used and vintage guitars. Whether you're looking for that collector's piece or that beginner piece, they've got you covered. With names like Fender, Gibson, Gretsch, Ibanez, Martin, Taylor, and much, much more, the Guitar Addict has all the guitars you need. And bass players, they haven't forgot about you. They've got all the top names. Amplifiers from Friedman, Victoria, Fender, Boss, and many, many more. They also have the largest selection of used pedals anywhere in the Southeast. The Guitar Addict, located at 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue, just north of Flomish in Holly Hill, Florida. Also, check us out online at GuitarAddict.com.
All right, we are back. So we did have some guys pit there. Some guys a little bit further back in the field. Let's see here. William Cleanbill, Tim St. Jean, actually, our leader, did pit as well. Along with William Cleanbill was up there. Adam Wood pitted. Who else we got here? Kevin Haas, Nick Adams, of course. Steve Dominy, Teddy Weichel, Blake Seedy pits again. So again, those guys have fresh tires now. Let's see if they can do anything with it. But the person that helped out a great deal, Michael Stroll, now up to 8th. So that helped his strategy out tremendously. So Michael Stroll now up to 8th. Someone I haven't talked about really all night. My teammate and broadcast partner, Josh Laston, having a very quiet night, running in 6th, but a couple guys around him want to call out. I haven't talked about much as well. Brian McFerrin, Kevin Moeller. Honestly, at a racetrack like this, or a race like this with a lot of cautions, you should feel good about yourself. I'm not talking about you. It means you're staying out of the trouble. So those 3 guys right there, great job staying out of everything, because we certainly have had a lot of issues tonight. But with all of that, Joe Dinsmore is now our leader. In 2nd is Justin Anderson, followed in 3rd by Sean Carmody. 4th is Blake Gordon, and in 5th, Brian McFerrin. 6th, Josh Laston, and in 7th, Kevin Moeller. 8th is Michael Stroll, and 9th, Brandon Bernhardt. And then rounding out our top 10 is Ed Springer. So, lights on the pace car are off. We'll green flag racing here again real soon. I see there was a comment earlier. I missed this. Sorry, Johnny Downey's comment. There wasn't much fall off with the setup they used. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I've been looking at the lap times, and really not much fall off at all. Not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, but certainly we've seen it on track. Let's see when Joe Dinsmore decides to go here as the pace car peels off, and he is off. Oh, Justin Anderson spun his tires. That enabled Joe Dinsmore to get a huge leap, and also held up Blake Gordon. But Sean Carmody able to get up there and take second, which is remarkable, because I was just talking about how he was going to have a tough night with all of the issues he's had, having to battle back. But here he is, Sean Carmody running in second. I'll tell you what, he's figured these trucks out in a lot of ways. I've been watching Sean Carmody all season long with trucks, and he started out never slow, but he is definitely improving these trucks. He's getting a good feel for them, and it's starting to compete on a regular basis. So I would not be shocked at all to see Sean Carmody win this race. Just a little bit further back, we see Blake Gordon dipping to the inside of Justin Anderson to take over third. Justin Anderson battling back. We see he's got a little bit of a stripe on the right side of his car. Must have brushed the wall or another car a little bit, but Blake Gordon gets around. It is funny at these short tracks seeing all the damage the cars accumulate. We've got caution again. Caution is out. I'm trying to find who this one is for. Perhaps Kevin Moeller? Let's take a look. Yeah, let's take one more look at that one from Blount. See, we've got Michael Stroll there. Made it clear he was. It's hard to say what happened. See, a bunch of guys unfortunately get caught up in it. I'm not running race control. That's a tough one to call right there. Michael Stroll was, pretty aggressive with making that move, but at the same time, it looked like he was very clear with his intent. Yeah, that's unfortunate, though. I hate more than anything seeing all the guys who had nothing to do with it get caught up in that. We saw Ed Springer be the first to go around, and then it just cascaded from there. So my hope here, we've got 29 laps to go. Hopefully we'll get some green flag racing to finish this thing out. I'm not going to be too optimistic at this point. These guys are struggling tonight. I don't know why they're struggling so much with it. I know that it can be a difficult track, and it's a small track. Very close quarters, but I guess specifically I don't know if it's that track temperature or perhaps something with the setup that they aren't used to, but definitely seeing some struggles tonight, and a lot of the people having issues are not the guys you normally see having issues, so hopefully everyone can have a little bit of patience. Let's get this thing finished. Let's have a good battle to the end, and let's see where people end up, because if we just keep racing under caution, you can't gain any positions. So looking through the field right now, trying to see if we got anybody that's really interesting here. I saw Brian McFerrin earlier, up to fourth. Brian McFerrin having a great run here. Again, quiet night, but he's right here in the mix of things. It's been near the end of the race. Michael Stroll worked his way back. Have to think he's going to be a contender, and Josh Laston right there with Brandon Bernhardt, two guys who are consistently battling in the TNT series for wins and for the lead. Those two guys are going to be battling here tonight in the Truck Series. Ed Springer, even though he had issues there on that caution, he's right in it as well, running in 8th. Not going to count him out. John Gordon, what a great run he's having. Currently running 9th. He's had a very quiet night. So going to continue looking to see if John Gordon can do anything. And then right behind him, Adam Wood back here, or ahead of him. I keep shuffling around. Adam Wood's on the outside, so he's behind him technically. So Adam Wood running there, having a strong night as well. As pace car should be peeling off here soon. Will be green flag racing. Joe Dinsmore's taking him, and going real early. Blake Gordon right there as well, battling his teammate Sean Carmody. And I've never been in an Endeavor chat, so I don't know how these guys talk to each other during race. I don't know if this is a very Sean Carmody saying, "Well, go ahead, Blake, you can have it," or if it's like how I am with my teammates in cautions out again. But how I am with my teammates and talking trash the entire time. And honestly, I like passing my teammates more than anybody. And looks like Nick Adams was involved again. Let's take a look, see what happened. Oh! Well, I'd say that was not Nick's fault. I give Nick a lot of trash, but that one wasn't on him. Just gonna look, watching Ed Springer up here. Just checked up real early. Adam Wood was not ready for that, and just caused a huge mix-up behind them. All right. Oh, don't damage your car anymore than it needs to, Nick. So under caution again. Whew. I am going to need a drink or two after this one. And trying to find out how many cautions we've had at this point. It's been quite a few. Let's see if our tower will show the number of cautions. This is the 9th caution. That feels like there's been more, but honestly 9 is plenty. So hopefully we'll get some green flag racing to finish this out. Just so I can have a break here, let's hit the AOLL one more time.
The AOLL Racing League began racing in the early 90s with Papyrus's NASCAR Racing and has grown over the decades, now racing on the iRacing platform. The AOLL has 3 divisions: the TNT Series Developmental Division for our beginners and those getting back into racing, the Cup Series for our veterans and Class A licensed drivers, the Sportsman Division racing the Gander outdoor trucks with drivers from the TNT and Cup Series. You can catch all of the AOLL action here on Ghostfire Media.
And we are back. I think we're going to need to start getting some longer commercials. Well, we have 22 to go. We are just over 3/4 of the way done. And I'm still optimistic, guys. I think that I race with these guys on a regular basis. I am confident that they have the capability to finish this race on the green. They just need to. It's a little bit like a dance. They need to be patient and work with each other and get through this thing. It's of course a competition, but if you're wrecking every lap, it's not much of a competition. So hopefully we'll get something going here. I feel like I am repeating myself a lot tonight, but because that's kind of where we're at right now. This is just it's been a lot of cautions at this point. So hopefully we'll get to see some good racing, but. We've got Blake Gordon up here now. He's going to be on the outside of Joe Dinsmore. But Michael Stroll has worked his way back to the 4th. He's on the outside of Sean Carmody. So Michael Stroll restarting in the 2nd row. Does have fresher tires than these guys by just a few laps. So he could be a contender here. You have to think that he's going to be a contender. He's been fast all night. So we'll see what he can do. As our pace car will be peeling off here in just a moment. And Joe Dinsmore will control the restart. And he's off. That outside line has struggled with restarts. But, even though it looked like Blake may have spun his tires a little bit, he got through his gears really well. And he is right there on Joe Dinsmore. Oh, that is fantastic. And we've got Michael Stroll right there battling par with Sean Carmody. Don't want to pull away from the battle from the lead for too long, but I want to take a look back here at this pack. This is, somebody's going to get in trouble back here, I think, in a hurry, and someone has gotten in trouble. Kevin Haas has had an incident. Let's take a look, see what happened. So he's that 3 truck right there. Oh! What did happen there? We're going to rewind here, and then we're going to go in slow motion, see if we can see. So we get the 72 and the 83 just behind Kevin Haas. The 83 makes a big run. Oh, he clipped the outside. Oh, yep. And just cascaded in. That sucks. It said that Kevin Moeller also had an issue. I'm not sure if it was a side effect of that or... Well, that was Kevin Moeller, sorry. That was 72 of Kevin Moeller. So both of them involved in that. Folks, I feel like there's not a lot to say at this point. This has honestly not been a very good race. They've been having to battle the track more than they battle each other. Perhaps even in some cases battling themselves. I've seen at times people lacking discipline, which is easy to do, honestly. I mean, you want to race, and the more cautions you have, each time it goes green, you want to race harder, because you've been having to drive around with caution, which, as a driver, is very frustrating. I am sure that a person like Blake Gordon right now is furious that he's having to do this because he wants to race for this lead. Hopefully we'll get some racing. We're 15 to go. I feel like it's not too much to ask. Just, guys, let's finish this, please. Let's get this over with. Have a good, clean race. Put together an exciting finish for our viewers, and let's finish this the right way, guys. 15 to go. I think we can do it, and I think we could put on a heck of a show in 15 laps. I mean, that's now 14. Probably should be 13-12 when we go green. We do see there. I'm going to take a look here. Try to find a good camera. Let's try actually our chase camera on Blake Gordon. Yeah, he's got a little bit of damage there. This certainly isn't a track where aero is a huge deal, but it is a little bit bigger than somewhere like Martinsville and has more banking. So it is it's a faster track, so that could cause some issues potentially. We'll have to see, but we saw on that restart earlier, he definitely seemed faster than Joe Dinsmore, but we've seen Dinsmore before, kind of conserve his equipment, realizing that, even if he's slow, slower than Blake right now, Blake Gordon still has to pass him. So lights on the pace car are off, and we'll be going green once again. Hopefully for the final time. Pace car will peel off here as Joe Dinsmore takes an early jump. That was about as early as you could go there. It's a great jump. That was much better than his first one, or his last one, I should say. But Blake Gordon seems to be better on entry, and maybe a little bit better on exit. But Joe Dinsmore is, faster on through the middle of the corner. But Blake gets low. He's a little bit loose, but look, he was trying to get under him on corner exit. You certainly don't want to try to. Caution is out again. Not much else I can say at this point, folks. Let's take a look and see what happened. Ross Gage involved. At least that's a new name. Oh, Randy Pepper gets into Justin Anderson. And then Nick Adams gets into Ross Gage. I want to take one more look at that. I'm not quite. I think maybe Ross was checking up and Nick didn't see him. A little bit of net code there as well. Yeah, that's not great. All right. 10 laps to go. We're slowly chipping away at this one, folks. We'll eventually be able to get there, I think. I'm going to try to see if I can get any tire data whatsoever. I'm thinking that we have not had a long enough run, really, to get anything, but I'm going to try it anyways. Yeah, not a whole lot I can work with here. Just too many cautions. So we've hardly gotten up to speed. Just really trying to see who we could be looking at, Looking through the field, seeing, honestly, I'm looking at someone like Tim St. Jean. I know there's not much fall off with tires here, but Tim's running 8. He's got significantly faster newer tires than these guys in front of him. If Tim can get through, get a good restart, get through, around some people, and then maybe we get the field brought back together for a green-white checkered. I mean, I think he's too far back to have a shot to win it, unless they have some issues up front. But man, Tim's someone I'm looking at right now. His tires are 20 laps fresher. That is a huge advantage at any track, even if there's not much fall off. And we've seen all night that Tim has had speed. Led some laps tonight. So, if it was due to staying out, he's been able to be up there. So, I honestly, that's the person I'm watching right now that has the biggest potential to possibly bring about an upset. But honestly, if we can stay green, this battle for the lead is really intriguing. Joe Dinsmore currently in the lead, but Blake Gordon, who is consistently fast right there, and Michael Stroll, who has led a lot of laps tonight, was dominant in the first half of the race, is right there in third, and Sean Carmody, who has had very mixed luck tonight, running in fourth. So a lot of variables in play right here. Going to see when Joe's going to time a restart this time around, because this could be it. This could be the race right here if we stay green. This might be where we wrap it up. Joe Dinsmore might be able to cement himself a win in the Truck Series this time by. And I'm trying to think. He has not had a win in the Truck Series this year. So pace car is off, and he does not get the kind of jump he wanted right there. Blake Gordon right there beside him. That was very much not the jump he wanted. Blake Gordon right there and almost cleared. or Blake fighting hard on that outside, but Joe is hanging, tight. He's got the preferred line, but Blake almost clear again, and we have caution. John Gordon involved this time. Definitely some net code at play there, but that was with his teammate. But John definitely drifted up. I'm going to take one more look at that. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. John just kind of drifted, and a lot of guys caught up in that. Ed Springer, Ross Gage. Ed, I should say, sorry, John, very kindly flips Ed back over. So, but John's got a lot of damage now. All right, so I imagine Blake Gordon is furious right now. Well, doesn't help that it was his teammate and father that brought up the caution there. But he was in great position there. You don't have those kind of restarts very often where you're right there beside the leader. That may have been his one shot, without having to move Joe Dinsmore. So I can guarantee you right now, Blake Gordon is not happy. Yeah, we'll see if he can have another restart like that again. He timed that last one perfectly. I'm not sure if Joe Dinsmore had some issues on it or what, but definitely, Joe Dinsmore did not have the kind of restart he wanted that last time. Michael Stroll's up to third, so he will be starting on the inside. So if Blake Gordon doesn't have a very good restart, Michael Stroll's going to be right there with him. And not only is that bad for Joe Dinsmore, because Michael Stroll will be there right behind him, but Gordon as well will have to be dealing with someone fighting him for position, which could potentially give Joe Dinsmore the opportunity to pull away. So we'll have a shootout here. Hopefully we can finish under green and not have to start hitting green-white checkers. This honestly actually might end up being a green-white checkered. I'm not sure. We're going to have to release one more lap. So yeah, this will be a green-white checkered. So going over what we've got going on here again. Joe Dinsmore, last pitted lap 32. Blake Gordon, last pitted lap 40. I do not believe he took tires, though. Michael Stroll pitted for tires, lap 46. He does have fresher tires. But again, I don't want to count out Timothy St. Jean, who is right back there in 8th still. Much faster tires, or much, he wouldn't say faster tires, much newer tires. Should lead to a faster truck. We'll see what happens. Honestly, this thing could go in a lot of different ways right now. As the pace car will be peeling off here in just a moment. We see Michael Stroll getting up there about as tight as he possibly can. Oh, and Joe Dinsmore shoots off early. Blake Gordon does not get the kind of jump he needed. And if we don't have a caution, this might end up being all Joe Dinsmore needed. We see Michael Stroll in there battling with Blake Gordon. That's going to hold both of them up. Blake is able to get around, though, so we're going to see. He has one lap to go as they cross the line. Will Blake Gordon be able to get anything put together here? White flag is out. Blake Gordon right there, right there. Gets a good jump off the corner, but not enough. Joe Dinsmore with a smooth entry and a solid exit. Joe Dinsmore. Oh, Blake Gordon has issues. Joe Dinsmore is going to win this race. Now the question is, did Blake Gordon finished ahead of Michael Stroll still? That was something else right there. As we see John Gordon around there as well. Had such a good night going. But, hey, that is Joe Dinsmore's, I'm going to confirm here before I say it again, Joe Dinsmore's first win of the season. And considering that Blake Gordon's had 11 wins this season, we'll let Joe have this one. What a great race from him. I mean, sure, we had a lot of cautions, so I wouldn't say it was a great race, but Joe Dinsmore put together a great race. So let's run through our results. In first, Joe Dinsmore, and actually Michael Stroll did get around Blake Gordon, so he will finish second. In third, Blake Gordon. Fourth, Brandon Bernhardt. Fifth is Sean Carmody. Sixth, Josh Laston. Seventh, Brian McFerrin. Eighth, Blake Zeedy. Ninth is Tim St. Jean. 10th, Justin Anderson. 11th, Randy Pepper. 12th is Adam Wood. 13th is David Naughton. 14th is Kevin Haas. 15th, Kevin Moeller. 16th, Steve Dominy. 17th, Teddy Weichel. 18th, John Gordon. 19th is Ross Gage. 20th, William Cleanbill. 21st, Ed Springer. 22nd is Andrew Burgess. 23rd, Nick Adams. 24th, Don Warnke. 25th, Tony Pandon. Actually, I don't believe Tony started the race, so those guys did not start. How about let's go ahead and pull our winner in here. If I can find him down here, let's go ahead and pull him in. Hey, Joe, it's Carl in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, I got a copy. Can you hear me?
I hear you, buddy. Man, if I'm not mistaken, that was your first win of the truck season. Am I correct in that?
I think this year, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so great run from you tonight. You put yourself in position, but the storyline, has to be the cautions tonight. It was sort of nonstop. When you pitted when you did, were you taking that into account? Were you thinking that the cautions might play out like this, or is it just how it kind of worked out?
It's just how it worked out. When I did the pit stop the last time, that was going to be the last time I was going to pit. Even had it stayed green, so just lucked out. I mean, Blake had like 7 or 8 laps on me with it, so I got out with being able to hold him back on the restarts, which is a difficult thing to do with Blake. He's so good at the short burst speeds. It's incredible.
Yeah, and he had that one restart, the second to last one, where I thought that he stayed on your outside, and I thought he was going to be able to get around. Did you just have a bad restart? That was the second to last one, or was did he just guess your jump perfectly?
I think he guessed my jump. I was trying to change it up each time to throw him off, and he seemed to pick up he picked it up that particular restart. So I hope that was good racing, because I'll tell you, that was a lot of fun racing next to him like that, sliding around.
Yeah, honestly, every green flag lap we had was a ton of fun to watch and call. Unfortunately, we didn't have a lot of them tonight.
No.
It was a lot of cautions, but I wanted to ask you, how did the car drive on the track? I mean, I saw a lot of guys getting loose on corner exit. I mean, were you experiencing that as well?
Yeah, it was a little free, but the thing is after like 4 laps, it settles in and it tightens up, and it's a solid run and setup. So I think we did I think we did one run where it was more than 4 laps and it settled in, but I think it's just the nature of the track. It seems like this place is littered with cautions.
All right. Well, hey, you got a win tonight. We're heading into the chase really soon. the win's definitely going to help you out. How do you feel overall? I think we're 4 races away from the chase now.
Well, I feel pretty good. I mean, I've been trying to work on my short run speeds. It's hurt me a little bit, where it did bite me with some tire wear. So I'm trying to follow one of my teammates, Greg Wellen, talking about getting that extra 5% out of the speed, and trying to do that without having to completely hurt my driving style. But I think I won the last race here too. So I think I'm 2 for 2 for this place in the trucks.
That's awesome, man. Honestly, I wish I could have been out there with you guys. This is one of my favorite tracks. I've loved running here. But hey, great run tonight. Great talking with you. Maybe get to talk to you again next week.
Yeah, man. I hope so. You have a good night. Thanks for doing this. Thanks for my teammates, SHR and Ghostfire Media. And again, thanks for putting this on for us.
Absolutely. Thanks, Joe.
Have a good one.
All right. Well, I do not see second place Michael Stroll in here anywhere, but let's go ahead and pull in our third place finisher, Blake Gordon. Hey, Blake, it's Carl in the booth. Get a copy?
Of course, Carl. What's going on tonight?
Hey, man. Kind of a crazy night tonight. First thing I want to ask you about is same thing I asked Joe about just now. It's the restart you had, that second to last restart, where you were able to hold there on the outside of Joe. Tell us about what happened there.
Just got lucky, really. I mean, trying to look over at him. I race in VR, so just looking at him, listening, just trying to just time it out right. I mean, if you're second, that's kind of what you got to do. You got to kind of play with it a little and see if you can time it out. And I got lucky rolling on the gas around the same time he did. And fuel the other night, Monday, the outside, you really couldn't make it work at all. It was a 1 lane on the bottom. Tonight, the outside actually worked. Like, you could get a really good run and roll through the center. I got just a difference in setup, honestly. Tonight was much more free through the center. It would actually roll really well. So, I was able to hold with him on the outside, and I was getting a better run every single time coming off the outside. And then, the yellow comes out, and oh man, it's frustrating because I feel like the last 3 times I've been side by side with the lead on the line. When the yellow comes out, it's gone to the other guy. Tonight, Joe was definitely ahead of me, but it's getting frustrating. We can't finish one of these under green without the constant yellow flags. It's you can ask anyone I've ever talked to. I'd much rather race it under green and settle it that way. But,
well, I actually mentioned it several times on the broadcast that you were probably frustrated with the cautions, and honestly,
everyone is. It's like you show up, you practice, some of us don't, but we have 100 laps. We ran 40 under green, and I don't know what our longest green flag run was tonight, but it wasn't like 20 laps or so. So I would like the field to get to a point where we can actually have some green flag racing. Because the setup tonight was really, really good. Hats off to Johnny for figuring that one out. Everything he did to the setup gave us something we could work with and actually run side by side. It's just the self spins, the net code, it's just whatever it is. It's frustrating when you can't actually get the green flag laps and finish it out, especially at the end of the race. And definitely frustrated that I get the restart timed out well, and the yellow comes out in the middle of the corner, because had it come out when we were on the straight, I would have had him.
Right. Yeah,
that's the way it goes sometimes. Congrats to him for holding me off there and getting the win.
Yeah. So I've got to ask you. We're heading. We're 4 or 5 races away from the chase. With the current structure, getting bonus points for each win. You've got 11 wins this season, which is insane.
With the current structure of the playoffs, I don't have a chance because I'll miss the race on November 3rd. So I don't even really care about the truck championship picture, because missing a race in the final round will basically take me out of it. So I'm just really showing up to have fun and win races.
So I didn't realize you were missing it in the final round, but let me ask you about that. So you think you have no chance at the championship. What's your strategy going into the chase? Or are you still going to be, I would assume, still fighting to try to get to that final round, right?
Well, Yeah, I'm just gonna show up, race, and just try to go for wins, which I hope will be enough. I mean, I'm also missing a race in the first round, but yeah, like you said, the bonus points and everything should carry me through at least that one. But it is a little. I know it's really more for bragging rights and everything, but with this playoff structure and these rounds and everything, I mean, you have guys who are going to make it into the playoffs with 14 provisionals in the first handful of races. You take one provisional late in the season after taking 3 the whole rest of the year, and it's going to take you out of the championship picture. So that's why I hate this playoff format. I think it's ridiculous for sim racing, but it is what it is. So we're just going to race our ass off and see what happens when we get there. And if Justin races the whole season, I'm sure he'll probably be there at the final round. I think it's like 6 trucks or whatever, so it'll be pretty busy. But yeah, taking a provisional in the final round of 3, I mean, you're not going to have any shot. I mean, it's just going to put you too far back with the talent that's going to be there in that final round.
Well, we certainly hate seeing you miss out on that, but I have to say, as a viewer perspective, not as a racer, I think the playoff format this year is going to be awesome. It's going to be really fun to watch, and I think we'll be able to put on a good show.
Yeah, I mean, the Sportsman series, I think just the truck itself and the setups we've got, it does put on some really good racing when we can have the green flag laps to do it. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting playoff for sure. If everyone shows up, we get good car counts and everything. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, but yeah, it's just at this point, like I don't care about the playoff picture, championship round or anything. It's going to show up, have fun, go for the wins, because it's hard to imagine a scenario where missing a race in the final round is still going to be, putting me in a spot to actually go win it. Just with the way the bonus points work and everything, 3 points for a win, that's going to get a race taking 1 provisional. So,
well,
is what it is. We'll just go out and try to kick ass every week.
Yeah, honestly, if anyone could do it, it would probably be you. I wouldn't be shocked to see it, but we'll have to wait and see, man. Looking forward to see it and see what you do over the next few weeks. See if we'll talk to you again next week.
Yeah, I think we're at Gateway next week. That should be a good time. I hope everyone starts practicing now to figure out how to drive the thing next week. If we get a setup update, I don't know what the stock setup feels like, but I know official was there, I think, last week or this week. So from what I remember with Gateway, it's flat, and flat tracks, we have issues coming off the corner. So we'll see what happens. It's a really fun track, so I hope we get plenty of green to go fight it out.
All right, that sounds good. Good run for me tonight again, and
yeah, it was fun coming up through the field, though. I had to, I think I'm just not going to qualify from now on. It's fun racing everyone, I mean, it's nice coming up through the field and actually racing.
Yeah, we saw you do that. Michael Stroll did it later because he pitted later than you guys. I think Justin Anderson did it at one point, so it was a lot of fun watching you guys cut through the field. And honestly, when that was happening, it was some of the best racing we saw all night. I feel like guys were not racing each other as hard while you guys were trying to get around them.
Yeah, I mean, I know we made I made a good handful of I guess you can call them dive bombs, but I know when I do stuff like that, I'm gonna hold it down there and not slide up. I think Cameron on Monday night might might have something to say about that, but that was, again, I'm not gonna try to move anyone up the track or anything. I know if I brake hard, brake late, I'm gonna keep it down there and not force them up. So,
all right. Well, hey, good talking with you, man.
Yeah.
So maybe talk to you next week. Have a good one.
Yeah, I hope so. Have a good night, man.
And that was Blake Gordon, our third place finisher. All right, so that'll do it for tonight. Don't forget, Ghostfire Media Network, we cover races throughout the week. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, the AOLL TNT series will be at Martinsville. Yours truly will be one of the guys racing, and it should be a really good time. Hopefully we'll have some more green flag racing than tonight. Friday night is the Ghostfire Media podcast, where we sit around, talk to drivers from various leagues, and just have some fun. Sunday night, I'll be on the call with Josh Laston, the AOLL Cup Series. That's the final race before the chase in the Cup Series. They are at Michigan. Monday night, we have the Fuel Premier Series at Pocono. So really fun track there. Should be really fast with those guys. And Tuesday night, IBRL at Daytona. Should be a blast. I love Super Speedway racing. Be sure to tune into that one. And as Blake mentioned earlier, next Wednesday, 1 week from today, AOLL Sportsman Series will be back with Gateway. So, that's it for tonight. So long, everyone, and thanks for watching.